The English publication The Times wrote that Iran is only about 2 weeks away from building an atomic bomb. Additionally, the International Atomic Energy Agency and the United States said that Iran has enough fissile material to be able to produce an atomic bomb within 2 weeks. This comes as, on June 12, 2025, Israel carried out airstrikes on various parts of Iran. Today, we want to compare the military powers of Iran and Israel and see what's really behind these nuclear threats, fighter jets, tanks, and missiles. A summer night in Tehran or Tel Aviv. People are getting ready for the next morning. Someone goes out to buy bread. Someone else is taking their kid to the park. In these moments, news explodes. On June 12th, Hamadan events led to Israeli airstrikes hitting parts of Iran. Meanwhile, this news spreads everywhere, and kids, adults, the elderly, and the young all get worried and want to know what the future holds. Let's do a military comparison between the two countries and see which one really has more power in these circumstances. Let's just start with the money first. Well, the reality exists, and we have to accept is that economy-wise Israel is one of the wealthiest countries in West Asia, while Iran is under sanctions for years. To be more precise, Israel's defense budget up to 2025 is estimated at $30.5 billion, while Iran's military budget is around $15.45 billion. This means there's a $15.05 billion gap between the two countries, and financially, Israel has the upper hand. This means that with a bigger budget, Israel is able to procure and upgrade advanced equipment. On the other hand, Iran has a lower GDP. GDP is a measure of a country's economic activity. In Persian, Talad Nakali's Dakili, or gross domestic product, equals the total monetary value of final goods and services produced, measured over a specific period, a year. Now, in the midst of this, when Israel strikes Iran's refineries, power plants, or drone factories, like recent incidents in Tehran, Tabriz, and Shiraz, Iran's economic situation worsens. Only God knows what ordinary people's livelihoods will face. Iran lacks the economic capacity for a prolonged war. Let's move on to human resources. The total population of Iran is about 92 million people. How about Israel? Around 9.5 million. Iran's population is about 10 times that of Israel. This difference is also reflected in the number of military personnel. Iran has 49,500,000 active human resources. Israel has about 4 million. In personnel numbers, Israel is behind. On the other hand, almost all Israelis have received military training. Military service is mandatory in Israel, and everyone, both men and women, serve in the army for 2.5 to 3 years. Of course, Iran also has mandatory military service, but it's for men. Still, given the big population difference between the two countries, Iran still has more people who have received military training. Although in terms of quality, technology, and training, the Israelis have been better. So, you could say that Iran has the advantage in terms of numbers, but Israel tries to balance things out with professional training, advanced weapons and technology, and operational experience. Alright, now let's move on to land and sea. That is, tanks and warships. Israel has the Merkava tank, which is one of the most advanced tanks in the world. Iran, on the other hand, has its own domestically produced Zulfikar and Karo tanks, but their technology doesn't quite match up to the Merkava. In terms of numbers, Iran also has slightly more tanks than Israel. At sea, Iran has about 107 combat vessels in total, while Israel has around 62. Among these, Iran has about 25 submarines, while Israel has 5. Iran has 7 sailing ships. Israel has none. Israel has 7 light frigates. Iran has 3. Iran has 1 mine-layer ship. Israel has none. Israel has 46 fast attack boats. Iran has 21. Overall, Iran's fleet is bigger, but despite a smaller fleet, Israel's equipment is more advanced. In other words, Iran is ahead in numbers, but Israel is the regional leader in naval quality and technology. Honestly, this superiority on land and sea might not be useful. Neither is Iran blockade Israel by sea, nor a ground war. Just take a look at the map. Israel, Mediterranean. Many countries lie between them before they can reach each other. Every time something happens, only the airspace gets closed off. Israel can't go through Jordan and Iraq to occupy Iran. That's not feasible. And if Iran ever tries to do that, Israel would undoubtedly destroy its forces from the air. So, a direct face-to-face war between them probably won't happen. And having superior ground troops or sheer manpower isn't all that important in this scenario. Alright, let's now see who truly controls the skies. Iran has one of the largest missile arsenals in the region. From Khorramshahr to Sejal, their range goes up to 2,000 kilometers, or about 1,240 miles. But what does Israel have? The Jericho-3. It's their longest-range missile, capable of hitting targets up to 6,500 kilometers, or nearly 4,000 miles away. That means from Israel, Tehran can easily be targeted. But Iran, with its Shahab 3 and Khorramshahr missiles, can also hit Tel Aviv and Haifa. And let's not forget Iran's short-range and cruise missiles like Ya'ali and Zulfiqar. Iran has 180 fighter jets, most of which are MiGs and Sukhois, and even old American fighters like the F-4 and F-5. Plus, Iran's fighter jets are old, from the 1960s and 70s, bought before the revolution. But what about Israel? Israel has 250 fighter jets, including F-16 Falcon, F-15 Eagle, and most advanced F-35L and stealth F-35s. Don't forget Apache helicopters. In an air battle, Israel would probably act faster and more accurately. Plus, with missiles, Israel has more and quality is higher. So if a war breaks out, Israel will take advantage of this air superiority, just like in Gaza and Lebanon. But this time it won't be easy, because Iran isn't defenseless. Iran knows it doesn't stand a chance in a classic air battle, so it's turned to missiles and drones. For example, it's using the Shahed 136 drone, Iran's most famous suicide drone. It's cheap and simple, and you can launch many at once. Iran has a large number of drones, and these drones come in 20 models. From the Shahed 136 suicide drone to the Shahed 149, known as Gaza, which has a range of 2,000 kilometers, 1,240 miles, and can carry 500 kilograms of explosives. Israel has the Aton, Kochav, and Orbiter drones, used for reconnaissance and attacks. So, Iran would have to take down 240 Israeli fighter jets, while Israel would have to shoot down dozens of drones and missiles daily. Now, let's move on to the most important part, nuclear weapons. It's said that Israel has atomic bombs, but officially, it has neither confirmed nor denied it. The US has also said that Iran has enough fissile material to be able to build an atomic bomb within 2 weeks. Israel has about 80 nuclear warheads, 50 of which can be launched by missile and 30 by fighter jet. Iran also has a wide range of missiles that can deliver a nuclear bomb. But that's not all. Israel's main advantage over Iran is the US. Israel is a US ally, while Iran has relations with Russia and China, but they don't support it as the US supports Israel. This means Israel's strategic alliance with the US brings equipment exchanges, cyber support, and political mediation power to Israel's aid. And if Israel comes under pressure, the US will step in, no matter who the president is. The US stands behind Israel no matter what. But if Iran really comes under pressure, who will support it? Share your thoughts in the comments. Also, let me know which one you think is stronger, Iran or Israel? In the 2024 Global Military Power Ranking, Israel is ranked 15th out of 145 countries, and Iran is ranked 16th. The power score works like this. The lower the number, the stronger the country. If tensions between Iran and Israel escalate, this situation could spark World War III. On the other hand, Iran usually uses proxy forces to fight against Israel, like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis. But now it seems Israel has taken direct action on Iranian soil. Iran is responding directly. We have to see, after symbolic attacks to save face, both sides back down, or situation turns into a full-scale war that set the entire region and the world on fire. The lesson from this video is that comparing the military strength of Iran and Israel shows power isn't just about numbers. Quality, technology, strategic intelligence, diplomacy, knowledge, and situational control are more valuable. Therefore, in today's world, the winner isn't just the one who has weapons, but the one who knows how and when to use them.